Namaste friends, and welcome back to the Way Om Yoga. My name is Sarah Baca and I'm going to be your instructor for this class. So this upcoming Monday, August the 19th, we have a full moon in the zodiac sign of Aquarius coming up. And so for today's class, I wanted to create a special sequence dedicated to the themes associated with Aquarius. So for those of you new to astrology and working with this type of energy, Aquarius is a zodiac sign that is ruled by the planet Uranus. So Uranus is kind of like a rebel. It's a bit of a wild card. So I'd be curious to hear if some unexpected things happened for you this week leading up to the full moon upcoming on Monday. So for those of you, again, newer to astrology, Aquarius deals mainly with the collective energy. It symbolizes the world. It is the humanitarian. It is the innovator. Aquarian energy deals with technology and just freedom and expansion of all kinds. So I wanted us to tap into that energy, tap into that grounding earth energy, and just, use this for manifestation. If you have any type of rituals that you like to do on the new moon or the full moon, this is a really great companion to have in your practice. So if you're able to practice this outside or in the light of the full moon, I highly encourage you to do that and see if that adds a little bit more potency to your rituals, to your activities this upcoming Monday. So before we get started, all that you need for this class is a yoga block if you have one available. If you don't, you can still participate just as well in this class. But we're going to get started. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to start with some earth salutations, or rather my own take on earth sun salutations. So we're going to start from a kneeling position, and these are a little bit different. We're going to be close to the ground for this, again tapping into that earth energy, that expansive energy by starting from the ground up. So on your next inhalation, I'm going to have you interlace your fingers here. So your pointer fingers are going to be pointed up towards the ceiling. The thumbs are going to be pointed in the direction of your sternum. And taking that energy on your next inhalation, we're going to root those hands up skyward. Exhale, let's meet in child's pose. So coming into your variation of child's, resting the forehead on the yoga mat. We'll stay here for a breath. And then on your next inhalation, let's come up onto hands and knees, coming into cow pose. And again, this is on an inhale. Exhale, we'll reverse that, coming into cat. So rounding through the spine, hollowing the belly out. Good. On your next inhalation, let's come into downward facing dog. And we'll take a moment here in down dog just to pedal out the feet a little bit. Come back to your breath. And again, these earth salutations are a little different. I don't normally teach these in my yoga sequences, but I thought it would be appropriate with this full moon in Aquarius energy. Now from here, friends, on your next inhalation, let's go ahead and come back to kneeling. So we're going to be sitting upright here. So you have some options. We're going to come into half camel pose here. So what I like to do, just so you can see my feet, I like to curl my toes under, and we're going to start with the left hand to begin. So you can reach back for your heel, you could reach for the lower back for support, or the back of the thigh. But in a moment here on your inhale, we're going to reach that right hand skyward as we start to come back into this back bend here. You can always take a yoga block too for additional support if you need that, okay? But it's just a moment here on an inhale. Exhale, we'll windmill the hands back down. Let's meet in downward facing dog. And again, just taking a moment here in your down dog. You can set your props off to the side here. Good. On your next inhalation, let's come back down onto hands and knees. This time, remaining with this left hand, we're going to take thread the needle pose. On your next inhale, that left arm comes out and away from you. Exhale, we'll thread it through, resting on the left side of your temple here. Reaching the right arm forward, that right elbow is lifted off the yoga mat for thread the needle pose here. Getting into that upper back. From here, friends, on your next inhalation, let's go ahead and press ourselves out. You can bring that left arm out and away from you, setting it back down. From here, it's child's pose. Once again, just closing out the salutation. And then on your next inhale, we'll just sit up, drawing the hands in towards your heart center. We're gonna do that one more time, this time on the other side. So once again, we'll interlace our fingers here. Our pointer fingers are up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, we'll send that energy up from the earth to the sky. And then exhale, it's child's pose once again. On your next inhalation, let's come into cow. Exhale, it's cat pose. On an inhale, let's sink it back. Downward facing dog, taking a moment here. Beautiful, beautiful. So if you need to grab your props, we're gonna set up for half camel, this time on the right side. And you know what, I'll turn this way just so you can see me in the camera better. So if you need to grab your prop, we're gonna be starting with the right hand here. So again, you could place it on your back side, maybe to the back of the thigh. I like to curl my toes under and reach back for my heel before I come into camel. So from here on an inhale, we'll reach those left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll start to arch back. And of course you have that block for additional support if you need the block. Good. On your next inhalation, let's come back into downward facing dog. Taking a moment, come back to your breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll bring the knees back onto the mat. Taking thread the needle pose this time. Right hand comes out and away from you. Exhale, thread it through. We're going to be resting on the right side temple here. Left arm is extended. Left elbow is lifted off the mat, getting into the upper back. On your next inhalation, let's go ahead and press ourselves out of the posture, bringing that right hand up and away from you. Exhale, let's sink it back into child's pose one more time. Beautiful job. And then once again, let's sweep those arms up towards the ceiling, gathering up that expansive energy and then drawing it in towards heart center. So those were earth salutations, or rather my kind of take on an earth salutation, just staying in close proximity with the yoga mat, with the earth beneath us, to ground that energy and root it upward to expand. So from here, we're gonna add on, friends. So on your next inhalation, let's go ahead and come back into downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet as needed. Any degree of movement, if you need to walk your dog in a touch, you're welcome to do that here. And then on your next inhalation, let's bring that right foot up and back behind us. Exhale, we'll bend the right knee, taking down dog with a twist. Beautiful. From here on your next inhale, we'll bring that right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. We're setting up for warrior two. So opening up here through the arms, both frontal hip points are facing towards the left wall here. We're reaching out through the fingertips. Right knee is bent here. Beautiful. So an area of the body that is associated with Aquarian energy, or the sign of Aquarius, is the calf muscles and the ankles. So we're going to strengthen that in this practice as well. So from here, I'm going to bring my back foot in just a touch to accommodate me in this pose. But from here, I'm simply just going to lift my right heel off the mat and set it down. We'll do that a few times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, set it down. Inhale. Exhale, getting a little touch here for the ankle, for the calf. Inhale. Exhale, set it down. Last time, inhale. And exhale. From here, friends, let's bring it over into reverse warrior. Good. We'll stay for an inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. This time as you exhale, let's come into extended side angle. So right forearm on top of the right thigh. We're gonna reach with the left palm, facing down towards the yoga mat as we open up here. Good. And then let's begin to flow here dynamically. So on an inhale, it's reverse. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Inhale, it's reverse, and really just reaching through those fingertips like you are just oh so expansive. Good. And last time, inhale. Exhale, let's come back into warrior two. Now, yogi's choice, you could either take the vinyasa with me or meet us in down dog or child's pose. So from here, on your next inhale, we're gonna windmill the hands down. And again, down dog, vinyasa, or child's. I'm gonna take the vinyasa here. And again, feel free if you need to skip this. Good, let's all meet back in downward facing dog as you're ready. From here, on your next inhalation, left leg comes up and back this time, friends. On an exhale, let's go ahead and bend the left knee, down dog with the twist. Stay here for the inhale. On your next inhalation, the left leg comes up and back. Exhale, we'll step the left foot forward. Let's rise up through warrior two pose once again. Beautiful. From here, on your next inhalation, if you need to walk your feet in just a touch, we're gonna lift off here. So we're coming up onto the ball of the left foot on an inhale. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, let's come into reverse warrior. We'll stay for another inhalation. Once again, on an inhale, we'll reach up. Exhale, left forearm on top of left thigh for extended side angle pose. Beautiful. And then from here, once again, let's move dynamically in and out of this posture. So as you inhale, we'll come up into reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Really reaching through those fingertips as you move dynamically in and out of the pose. On your next inhale, let's come back through warrior two, yogi's choice. You can take the vinyasa or just simply skip it. Meet us in down dog or child's pose, whatever you prefer, friends. Good. And from here, friends, just for good measure, let's go ahead and just take a brief child's pose. Take a moment to come back to your breath. Get a sip of water if you need to. Come back to your intention for this practice, really connecting with Mother Earth through this third eye space, making contact with the mat. Channeling the energy of this full moon. Another thing that I really admire and love about Aquarian energy, it's this sense of just being so authentic, so true to oneself. And that energy, when you're really just being yourself, you're really in alignment with your own path. You're like a magnet. You give other people inspiration to act on their passion. You give other people permission to show up as their true selves. That's the energy we're channeling here today, friends. So from here, let's go ahead and add on. So if you need to stay in child's pose, please stay for as long as you need to. Otherwise, let's go ahead and meet once again in downward facing dog. And then once again from down dog, let's go ahead and take that right leg up and back. Exhale, we'll bend through the right knee here. So yogi's choice, you can stay just as you are, but if you'd like, go ahead and flip your dog, taking wild thing pose. Again, connecting to that water bearer energy. It's like one hand up towards the sky, one foot is there on the ground to guide you. On your next inhalation, let's come back into downward facing dog. We'll bring that right leg up and back. Exhale, let's meet in warrior two for one more time on this side. Setting up once again here. And then on your next inhalation, let's go ahead and lift that right heel off the mat. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last two. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, beautiful. On your next inhalation, let's come into reverse warrior, also known as peaceful warrior. Good. On your next inhalation, we'll reach up once again. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Good. And then we'll move in and out of this posture, again, taking up all the space that you need. Your energy knows no limits here. You can make this your own. You can exaggerate the pose. Good. Let's come back up once again for reverse. So from here, friends, we're gonna set up for half moon pose. So if you need to look up here for just a second, I'm gonna show you how to set that up before we do it all together. So this is where the yoga block could really come in handy for this one. So I'm gonna place that at the front edge of my mat here for support for later. So coming from our reverse warrior, I'm gonna walk my back foot in just a touch. I'm gonna bend through my right knee here, and I'm gonna take my gaze in the direction of my yoga mat here. I'm gonna find a focal point on the floor that I could use for balance and support. You may need to walk your hand out just a little bit. And then notice I'm straightening my right leg. I'm reaching out through the back foot, through the back leg here. I like to flex my foot here in half moon. I find that that helps me maintain my balance. And notice I'm rotating my chest towards the left wall here for balance. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and do that all together. So have your yoga block at the ready. Let's approach this once again, setting up from reverse. Good. On your next inhalation, let's go ahead and start to just inch our way forward here. Taking all the time that you need. It's okay if you're a little bit behind me or a little ahead of me. And this might be it for today, friends, just right where I'm at. So my chest is like in the direction of the floor. Both hip points are kind of in the direction of the floor. That's fine. Again, we're getting into those ankles, into those calf muscles here. Good. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And then from here, try to challenge yourself. Go ahead and bend that right knee as slowly as you can. Let's come back up through warrior two. Well done, everybody. Windmill those hands down. If you want to get the vinyasa, it's there. Otherwise, just skip it. Take child's pose, meet us in downward facing dog. We've just got one more side before we move on. Come back to your breath. Once again, as you inhale, the left leg comes up and back. Exhale, down dog with the twist. Yogi's choice, you can flip your dog and take wild thing pose. Once again. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Good, let's go ahead and flip our dog back. It's three-legged dog. Exhale, let's come into warrior two. Setting up for our last side here. Once again on an inhale, let's go ahead and lift that heel off the mat. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, set it down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, last one. Inhale and exhale. From here on your next inhalation, let's come into reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. We'll stay for another breath as you inhale and exhale. Now from here on your next inhalation, let's reach through those fingertips. Exhale, coming into reverse. Good. Or sorry, extended side angle. All right, let's move in and out of this pose dynamically. On your next inhalation, reverse warrior. Exhale, it's extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Let's do one more. Inhale And exhale. Inhale up. All right, friends, so you know where we're headed. We're coming up into half moon once again. And I will turn this way just so you can see better. So go ahead and have your block ready. Starting from reverse warrior. I like to walk in my foot just a touch. And then I'm gonna bend through my left knee this time, setting my hand to a block for support, finding a focal point on the floor for balance. And then I'm gonna flex through my right foot and I'm gonna open my chest up towards the wall. I forgot to mention this on the other side, but if you are pretty familiar with this posture, you can always reach back and grab for the inside of the foot here, so the right foot in this case, and you'll definitely get a touch here for the shoulders, so kicking that foot into the hand. Good. And as slowly and as carefully as we came into this pose, let's go ahead and step it back. Into warrior two. Well done. Go ahead and take this vinyasa if you like. Otherwise, meet us in down dog or child's pose. And then from here, let's go ahead and take one more child's pose before we continue. Beautiful job, everyone. Letting all this expansive energy just sink in. Feel how good it feels to be you, to be in this body, to be doing the amazing things that you can do. So from here, friends, let's go ahead and make our way back into downward facing dog, and we're just going to use this as a means of transitioning. So step your feet about hip distance apart, bend your knees, go ahead and walk your hands back, and let's just dangle here for a second. So let the head, just hang heavy. Crown of the head is in the direction of the yoga mat here. If you want, you can grab onto opposite elbows. You can sway a little side to side if you'd like. Otherwise, just keep your hands on the mat. Come back to your breath. Good. And then in one smooth motion, just like links of a chain, we're just gonna roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Then we'll make our way to standing here. So again, I wanted us to get into the calf muscles. I want us to strengthen the inner arches of the feet and the ankles as well. So from here, we're gonna take tree pose. So I'm gonna start off by balancing on my left foot to begin. Now, I'm gonna roll up my pants here just so you can see what's going on here with this posture. So option one, I want you to take the sole of the right foot either up against your ankle here, either on the calf muscle itself, or picking up that foot and taking it above the knee. Notice I'm not having you put that foot directly on the knee. So the knee is like a hinge joint, so it's meant to go forward and back, right? Like a hinge on a door. It's not meant to go side to side. So I would just caution you, just try to avoid placing the foot right directly here on the knee. So either above or below, it's up to you. And already I can start to feel my inner arches starting to lift, starting to activate. So hands could be either on the waist, they can be in front of you at heart center, or if you want to grow your branches, you are welcome to take this variation as well. So connecting to that earth energy, letting that energy emanate up through the earth, through your body, up towards the sky. Good. Beautiful, beautiful. I can already feel my ankles firing up, my calf muscles firing up. We'll stay for one more inhale, friends. And exhale. Now from here, let's go ahead and slowly come out of it. If you need to kind of shake out your feet a little, maybe roll your ankle in one direction, and then in the other direction. All right, let's get the other side. So from here, I'm gonna start by balancing on my right foot to begin. And again, sole of the left foot could be either up against the ankle, on the calf muscle itself here, below the knee, or taking that foot above the knee. Okay. And again, your hands could be in front of your heart center. Maybe your hands could be to your waist. Maybe those arms can grow up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Good. Feeling that foot activate, the inner arches lifting. This is a really good one to do, especially for my runners out there. Lovely way to strengthen the ankle. And again, just sending this energy emanating from the earth, going through within your body, up towards the sky. And then once again, on our next inhalation, let's go ahead and start to come out of it. Whew, I feel that one. You can roll out your ankle, you can shake out your feet, whatever feels comfortable for you. All right, friends. So from here, we're gonna make our way to seated. So if you just wanna come to seated on your yoga mat, or if you wanna take this challenge with me, I welcome you to try this challenge. It's kind of fun. So, starting from Utkatasana, chair pose, I'm gonna sink it back like I'm sitting back in a seat of a chair. And then I'm gonna slowly start to inch my way back. So I'm gonna start here on an inhale. I'm gonna inch a little further, and a little further, and a little further, and a little further, and further, and further. You get the idea, you know where we're headed. Till I'm seated. It's just a fun way to come into that one. A little extra challenge there. So we're gonna take some stretches here, friends. So the first one we're gonna come into is called Janu Shirshasana. I'm gonna show you what that looks like here. So I'm gonna start with my right leg extended to start. I'm gonna take the sole of my left foot, I'm gonna place it up against that inner right thigh. If you have a yoga block and you would like to use that for additional support as we start to hinge forward from the waist, you're welcome to do that. So from here, on your next inhalation, let's go ahead and reach up through those fingertips, sticking with this expansive energy, and then exhale, we'll start to hinge forward. So you could grab onto your foot for support. You can have your hands on either side of the leg, maybe on your calf muscle here. For some of you yogis that are just really flexible and you need a little bit more, you could create even more inches between you. So again, you have a lot of options here, friends. Just take whatever makes sense for you. And again, no need to lock out that knee if you need to keep a soft bend in that. And the goal is not to get your, your head down to your knee. I want you to see how long you can get in the spine here as well. Good. Slow your breath down a little bit here too, friends. All right, and we'll be here for one more inhale. Exhale, let that go. Beautiful. On your next inhalation, let's go ahead and come back to seated, and then we'll switch the legs out. If you do need to get a counter pose, you can simply just shake your legs out, or maybe just take a few windshield wipers before we get the other side. And I'll face this way so you all can see me from this angle. So left leg is extended this time. The sole of the right foot's gonna come to that inner left thigh. And again, where can you call that forth in your life right now? What can you let go of today that will help you get one step closer to that freedom that you desire, to that expansion? What is one thing that you can give thanks for that's already in your favor now? And with that intention, friends, let's go ahead and come back to our breath on our next inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. On your next inhalation, let's go ahead and sit up. And again, you're welcome to get a counter pose if you'd like. You could just simply shake out the legs here. Maybe take a couple rounds of windshield wipers. Good. All right. Just got a couple more poses here for you. We're gonna come into straddle next. So I like to go like the long way on my mat, especially for that extra support, that extra cushion for my ankles and my calf muscles here. So just bringing the legs just as wide as they'll go for you. Again, we never want to force anything to happen here, especially with these stretches. And I like to flex my feet just to protect my knee joint, to activate the muscles and the quadriceps surrounding the knee joint before I come forward. But that's just me. You're welcome to do whatever you'd like here. I'm going to go ahead and start to come forward on my next breath, using my block for support for the forehead. And again, just remaining with this intention that we established at the beginning of the practice. And then once again, friends, we'll start to deepen our breath on our next inhale. And exhale. Now slowly as you came into the pose, we'll come up to seated, taking all the time that you need. If you need to use your hands for support to come out of that straddle, you are more than welcome to do that. And nice and easy, we'll take some windshield wipers here together at your own pace, at your own leisure, just leaning back into the hands, allowing those knees to go side to side. So in this class, friends, I did not include a final Shavasana, but you are welcome to get a final rest if you need that. You are definitely set up for a meditation, for whatever rituals you have going on tonight with this full moon. Again, as always, thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you can incorporate and embody just some of this wonderful Aquarian energy, and I would really love to hear from you if this class helped you in any way and what you're looking to call forth with this full moon. As always, thank you for practicing with me, and until next time, namaste.